Hi, my name is Adrian. I'm 19 years old. This is my girlfriend, Mary. She's 20 years old. And this is our story.
So, I heard about the PHI Center about 6 months ago, back in November, when I kind of had inklings that, I was pregnant. And so I decided to give them a call, just kind of trying to figure out resources and places to go to and things like that. And they were really nice and friendly over the phone, scheduled me in for an appointment, listened to all the concerns and everything I had. They're like, all right, well, come in. And we came in and did an ultrasound.
We thought that Mary was 15 weeks when we came in here. That's what we originally thought. We were wrong. She was 23 weeks. That blew our minds.
Yeah. And when we came in here, we were really actually dead set on doing an abortion. And then this idea was presented to us about the open adoption and, being able to see someone grow and be a part of her life and, be actively involved versus just, that's it. End of story. That's it. Continue the chapter. No, we're always going to be involved. And we, brought someone here to do good, and, I could never see myself doing an abortion, like, after this experience, after holding my daughter in my hands and feeling her kick in my stomach and the support that I had from Adrian, the PHI Center, and just everyone kind of like in general makes a huge difference on my opinion about everything and how I feel about it.
What I thought I was walking into was like a movie. It felt surreal. The amount of anxiety you feel when you go into something that big. Life and death are not small things. And I know for me, my heart was racing when I walked into that room. It really, tunnel vision. You got tunnel vision because that's all it's about. You're not thinking about anything else. Nothing else in the world matters except for, that ultrasound. And that was wild for me because to walk in and just see it, there it is. There's my child right there. She is alive and kicking. And I think that first one we didn't know that she was a she. But just being able to see that our child was there.
When we came in here thinking that we were like 15 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And then finding out that it was 23 weeks, and the difference between, that ultrasound is still gonna look the same way 15 weeks. That's what the lady who did the ultrasound told us. And just the whole idea and the concept, like, wow, this really is my daughter. This is, well, at that time I didn't know she was my daughter, but this is a baby. This is life.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Like, this is happening right now. We did this. This is what? It's not just, my choice. I have to put into consideration this individual's life and, what her life is going to be in the future. And I just can't, I don't have a say in terminating that and just saying, no, you can't do that. It's not your choice anymore because there's a human being.
Once you admit that there is life and that being has life, that it's not your life to decide for anymore. That's what we're getting at, is we realized that early on. We were like, wow, like, you know what I mean? We have to give our child a chance. It's it's a culmination of all the efforts that everybody takes to make it work, because when you do something like this and you choose open adoption versus abortion, if we had just walked out, that'd be it. We wouldn't see any of these people ever again that had helped us. Their time would not have been taken out of the day to be dedicated towards our daughter Violet. And that means the world to us, because each individual person has taken time out of their day to impact our lives, to help us make a decision, to help us stay healthy, to help us, be able to pay bills, to help us do whatever we needed. And it was all for one thing, Violet. It was all for that one life. And that's part of it too. That's what open adoption is.
not only did we like help ourselves, but here's a couple that can't have their own child. You know, two really, really good, caring people, you know, actively involved in their communities, really, really just caring, nice, genuinely good people. Like, when you meet them, you're like, wow, these are some really nice people. And they can't have a kid, but to give them the blessing and, you know, to have a child, to watch the child grow up when they couldn't have that opportunity, you know. You know, the adoptive mom will never be able to say, I had you in my stomach for 9 months. She'll never be able to say that, you know. But, you know, I do, and we all share that in common. Like, this is our daughter. We all want the best for her, and we all want to see her grow up to be a beautiful young lady, and we know she is. And, you know, our experience through the adoption and getting to know them and them getting to know us, and that experience we had in the hospital only kind of reassured us a little bit more, like,
we're doing the right thing.
Yeah, we're definitely doing the right thing.
We're keeping the door open. New opportunities, new life, new beginnings, hope, happiness, smiles, jokes. You know, it's being able to incorporate all of that instead of closing the door and leaving a wound. When Jerry called the family and told them that they had a family who was waiting for them, that was that family's so-called God moment. They said that the day before they had almost given up hope and gotten on their knees one last time and prayed to God that he would send them a baby. And the next day Jerry called them and said, I got your baby. So, you know, that's how it worked out. And so, you know, that wasn't for us, so to speak, but I know that spiritually there has been a lot of growth. And I think that spirituality might be something that is a part of our daughter's lives, and something that we may and are currently looking into opening our eyes to a little bit more as well.
Spiritually, I think that the fact that we kind of went through with the Christian family services and chose a Christian family that represented these hardworking, you know, honest, responsible values, and going through the process and listening to their God moment and understanding that, you know, Violet's going to be raised in a Christian household, and she's going to raise with all these values and the teachings and the stories of Jesus and God and everything that goes on in the Bible. Kind of basically, in a way, was like, well, I guess in order for me to connect a little bit more with my daughter and understand that part of her, because that's going to be a part of her life, I need to start going to church more and understanding a little bit more of, you know, what she's going to be learning and what she's going to experience in life, so I can connect with her in that sense too. To someone who's experiencing an unplanned pregnancy, I would, you know, mention to them the whole, you know, be strong. It's not easy. No one's gonna tell you it's an easy choice, because being pregnant and not planning the pregnancy isn't something, you know, to take lightly, because it's not your life anymore. It's someone else's life that you have to take into consideration, and that there are options and that there are people willing to listen, and you just have to go out there and find them. And I know that, you know, the PHI Center is definitely one of those places I would recommend to anyone who's having an unplanned pregnancy. You know, anybody who went through what I would go through, I would tell them, this is where you need to come to. These are people who genuinely care about you.